And hello and welcome to the Gifford Gymnasium. My name is Dyan King, joined alongside Aaron Hook and Luca Yanuzzi, here to watch our Wayne Hills Patriots take on the Green Raiders of Ramapo in the sectional semifinals. Now guys, this is looking to be probably one of the greatest games we've seen all season. Two rivalry competitors coming into the Gifford Gymnasium. This is going to be an amazing game.
Yeah, Dylan, I mean, the Ramapo Hills rivalry has been around forever, since the 80s, 90s. This is a huge game, sectional semifinal in the Gifford Gymnasium. The Ramapo student section came out in full force, and it's really going to be a great game. We got the number 2 seed and number 3 seed going at it, so it's going to be a good game of basketball today.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there, Aaron. It's definitely going to be such a great game today. Both of these teams are great at basketball, great at what they do, and it's definitely going to be a great matchup.
All right, let's take a quick look at the bracket. And as you can see, I mean, you've got 4 great teams competing today. Sorry to cut you off there, Aaron, but you've got Sparta taking on T-Neck, and of course our Patriots taking on the Green Raiders. And I mean, guys, all 4 of these teams, top 4 seeds, looking to be pretty good.
So first game in the bracket featured number 1 Sparta and number 8 Tenafly. So it was a closer game than expected, but you know, Sparta did come away with the win.
And I mean, Luca, let's turn to you for a second.
Sparta did come away with the win in that one, and the number 1 seed, you know, I mean, they're Hill's biggest threat in this one. Very good team, so Hill's gonna have to watch out if they don't want to win this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got 3 scenarios going on right now. The first scenario is that Sparta wins, Hills wins, and, well, the final will be away at Sparta. But then if T-Neck wins against Sparta, then the final will be here in the Gifford Gymnasium. But, of course, we have a third scenario, unfortunately, which is that, well, Hills loses. Luca, why don't you take us away on the scenarios? What do you think?
Well, I'd say if it does end up being T-Neck versus Hills being here, Hills would definitely be at an advantage because it will be at a home game. It will be against a lower seeded team, and we've seen that Sparta from 2010 to 2014, all 4 years, same matchup 1-4. T-Neck had beat Sparta. However, if Sparta does come out with a win, and we will be at Sparta, could definitely be a harder match, especially that they're seeded better than us. We will also be at Sparta's Gymnasium.
Of course, so now let's take a look at our 2 key players from Ramapo's side. We're looking at KC Hunt and Neil Quinn. Both are seniors with very impressive stat lines. Hey, Aaron, why don't you take us closer and, I mean, more in depth about whichever player you want to pick.
Right, so the first team player is the big man, Neil Quinn, for Ramapo. Now, this kid's a 7-footer. He's a 7-footer in high school. Averages 18 points a game and 10 rebounds. I mean, this kid, the height says it all. Kid's going to be a monster on the court. It's going to be tough for Hills to stop. Even when you have a guy like Poulos, who's a very good defender down low, it's going to be a tough matchup all game for Wayne Hills. This kid is going to do work.
All right, now, Luca, take us away on KC Hunt, the leader for this Ramapo team.
Well, KC Hunt is definitely a key player for this Ramapo team. He's done so much for this team. 19.5 points per game, 2.3 assists per game, 7.3 rebounds per game. This kid's just incredible. He does it all and will definitely be a hard player to defend for this Wayne Hills team.
All right, I mean, we'll go to the Ramapo players. We don't talk about our own Wayne Hills Patriots players. And we're going to take it away with the 2 MVPs from last game that we thought, which is Brett Wood and Poulos Thacker. Aaron, take it away.
Right, so last game, Dylan, you mentioned Poulos Thacker, 33 points, season high. He played absolutely incredible. Knocked down 2 3-pointers. Big man stepped outside and was doing everything that game, blocking shots, getting rebounds. I said it last game, this kid is playing at an all-county level right now. He is really, really playing excellent basketball, and he's going to have to do it again here today for the Patriots to come away with a win.
And Luca, why don't you take us away on Brett Wood?
Well, Brett Wood may have played the best game of his high school career, and he nailed at least half a dozen threes within just the first half of that game. He was on fire non-stop, kept putting in 3-shot after 3-shot, and just was completely on fire and dominated that game against Dwight Morrow.
And, you know, that's not even going over that we have 3 other players on the team. Of course, Nebi Ademi, who in the previous game against Dwight Morrow played amazingly well. And then on top of that, Jason Sanfilippo, one of the most consistent shooters on this team. And then Jake Belli, the captain and tempo setter on this team. I mean, our team's looking great this season. If they can get past Ramapo, they'll be in a great position to take on whoever wins the Sparta versus Tenafly game in the final.
Right, and Dylan, actually, just quickly, I think the guy, outside of the two guys we talked about, the guy I'm looking to have a big game today is actually Jason Sanfilippo. His shooting at times, when he's shooting at an elite level, this team plays at an elite level. So if he can get hot from the field today and from three-point range, this team could really, really, really have a great chance at taking down Ramapo. They're a very good team. They need Jason Sanfilippo to get hot from three.
And I'm sorry, I made a quick mistake there. Not Tenafly is actually T-Neck. Of course, my mistake. But, I mean, Luca, I'm going to ask you this question. Coach Karsic, brand new coach coming into Hills, takes on almost a brand new team, besides Jake Bella, of course. But all of these guys had barely had any time starting. And now you take 4 starters, a brand new coach, and you get all the way to the sectional semifinals. How do you do that?
I mean, I would say it's a miracle, but we know kids like Nebi Ademi and Pulov Zacher did get their playtime last year, and they've just improved so much over that coming off season and going into this year. It's just incredible. And we thought because we have a new coach, it's not going to be the same that we don't have Coach Grimes pushing these guys. I'd say, if anything, Coach Karsic pushes them the same, if not anything, he pushes them harder to win every game that they have this year.
And Aaron, let me turn over to you for one last question before we move on. But, I mean, the distance between the Hills Ramapo team is very slim. They both have very similar records. However, there's a lack of playing time between these two teams. Last time they played was 3 years ago. Is that lack of knowledge going to come to this game? Is that going to affect this in any way?
I mean, Dylan, the rosters change every year, obviously. So even though Hills and Ramapo have a strong rivalry, you're right, these players don't have the knowledge and scouting report on each other. So it is going to be like a new challenge for each side today to really feel themselves out and see, you know, which guy's going to get hot, which guy's the rebounder, you know, which guy's going to do the dirty work down low. And they're going to have to adjust. Each coach and the players are both going to have to adjust. So I think you are right. I think the lack of knowledge between these two teams will come into play today.
All right, and that's all we have for your Wayne Hills pregame. We will come back right after the national anthem.
Run 6. Like SIC 6. Run 6. Okay, phonetically. Run 6. 23. You don't know any position? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gifford Gymnasium here at Wayne Hills High School for this afternoon's semifinal state playoff game between the visiting Raiders of Ramapo High School and the home team Patriots of Wayne Hills. And the NJSIAA continues to remind us with the following announcement. Spectators are to remain in the stands at all times. Additionally, NJSIAA regulations state that any negative comments directed at opposing cheerleaders, players, coaches, or officials, as well as opposing spectators, are unacceptable and will be cause for immediate ejection from this gymnasium. We are also reminded that state law has designated this a smoke-free campus. Accordingly, smoking is prohibited on school property. The administrators of both schools encourage supporting the team of your choice while respecting the opposition. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the game. And introducing the coaching staffs for the visiting Raiders, head coach Joe Sandberg and his assistants Gary Sandberg, Jim Ring, Nick Veer, and Craig Nichols. And for the Patriots, head coach Rob Karsich and his assistants Mike Masab, Kevin Milak, and Matt Aquino. And now for the starting lineups for the visiting Raiders. Senior forward number 2, Casey Hunt, number 2. Senior center number 32, Neil Quinn, number 32. Junior forward number 4, Max Pernetti, number 4. Senior guard number 21, John Hooley, number 21. And senior guard number 23, Kyle Koronic. And for the Patriots, senior guard number 2, Jason Sanfilippo, number 2. Junior forward number 11, Brett Wood, number 11. Senior forward number 33, Pulas Thacker, number 33. Senior forward number 24, Nebi Ademi, number 24. And senior guard number 5, Jake Belli, number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome back to the Gifford Gymnasium, where the game of the Patriots versus the Green Raiders is shortly going to be getting underway. And you know, I talked about this at least a little bit earlier about how this game was probably going to be, even if Hills makes it and it's versus Sparta or Teaneck or whoever, this game is probably more significant than even that final if we even make it.
Yeah, and Dylan, the atmosphere in the Gifford Gymnasium today on a Saturday afternoon is absolutely incredible. We got the Ramapo students right behind us. We got the Hills student section on the other side. The crowd is packed. There's not an empty seat on the far side of the bleachers.
Raiders coming away with the ball to start off the game. There's KC Hunt, one of the guys we talked about earlier. He's a real leader for Ramapo's team. Just knee passing, driving towards the inside. Layup is no good. Rebounded by Ademi, now taken by Belli.
See what Hills does out of the offense. Let's see what pace they run with.
Belli driving. Pass is intercepted. It's Ramapo coming away with the ball. There's KC Hunt. Now to number 23, Kyle Horsage. Ramapo just trying to spread out the Wayne Hills defense here. This is what a lot of teams have tried to do. KC Hunt inside. Shot for two is good. Puts the first points up on the board. Ramapo goes up 2-0.
Nice job getting open by Hunt, and a little free throw jumper goes, so.
Belli to Thacker. Thacker for three. No good. A lot of contact. Ball will go to Wayne Hills. Belli up to Sanfilippo. Now to Wood. Back to Sanfilippo. Belli. Belli for three. No good. Tipped up, but a Demi or Thacker both couldn't get to it in time.
And the contest made that a very tough shot for Belli. So Hills with 2 3-pointers right out of the gate. They might want to look to pound the ball inside.
A Demi on the steal there. He's driving down the middle. Can he get the layup? He can't. Brentwood for three. Knocked down. Looks like he kept something from Thursday night, and it was that clean three-point shot. Hills up 3-2. 5 minutes, 57 seconds remaining. Three-point shot by Casey Hunt is no good. Rebounded by Belli. Both of these crowds are at each other's throats. Now it's Brentwood inside. Bad pass taken away. Brentwood takes it back. A Demi for three. Can't knock it down. Goes back to Ramapo. KC Hunt. Five minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. Hills only up by a single point. The scoreline 3-2. Inside, shot for two is good. Now Ramapo takes back the lead.
It's interesting, Dylan. Neil Twin actually hasn't touched the ball on offense yet.
Sanfilippo for three. No good, almost went in. Belli takes that ball, chucks it out of bounds. We'll go over to Ramapo. 4 minutes, 54 seconds remaining. KC Hunt, guarded by Jason Sanfilippo. It's a pretty clear height difference there. We'll see if that comes into factor this game. 2-point shot is good. That's number 21, Kyle Woolley.
And Dylan, that's going to happen because they're double teaming Quinn down low, so that left someone on Ramapo wide open, and he was able to knock it down.
Belli driving forward. Nice clean layup for two. The score is 6-5. Ramapo still in the lead. 4 minutes, 18 seconds remaining. Very close game. Not a lot of scoring so far. Ball goes out to KC Hunt. Now to Woolley. Now that's a Hornich. Now to KC Hunt, wide open three. Shot is nailed. Ramapo goes up 9-5.
And Hills on back-to-back defensive possessions, giving up open looks. They got to tighten up their defense.
And not only that, but pay attention to what Woolley's doing to Belli down whenever they need to make an inbound pass. Woolley's hard guarding Belli. Pass wasn't there, but Hill still takes it back. Foul drawn on Woolley there. Hills will get the ball back. 3 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. Thacker to Sanfilippo and then to Belli. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Ramapo in the lead by only 3 points. Or I'm sorry, well, it's 9-5. Sanfilippo to Belli. Breaks his man. Can't knock down the three. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And just saying, Belli needs to start knocking down these threes.
Well, Belli made a nice move to get himself open, but just couldn't convert, so.
Woolley on the outside. Hornich doesn't take the three. Inside to Quinn, and he's able to knock down a nice clean layup. Ramapo now up 11-5, 2 minutes, 33 seconds remaining.
That's going to be the test for Hills to see if they can somehow.
Ramapo inside. Belli's layup is no good. Sanfilippo with the heroics able to keep it in. Now it's Belli. Wood was open, could have made the pass. Sanfilippo with the smart foul there.
But Dylan, I was saying this second ago, it's going to be a real tough challenge and a test for Hills to see if they can deny the ball from Quinn and make it tougher for him to score inside. Because, I mean, they pretty much just lobbed it up top, and he was able to get a wide open layup. So it's going to be a test for them as the game goes on.
2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. Ramapo up 11-5. Hills needs to start playing more offensively here and start putting more points up on the board. He pass out to Quinn. Double dribble. Now it's Belli. A minute 50. Pass out to Wood. Thacker to Sanfilippo. Now it's Wood. Ademi driving inside. Layup for two is no good. Recovered by Quinn. Casey Hunt driving. Shot for two is clean and in. Under pressure as well. Hunt's been on his game, making this scoreline 13-5 with a minute 18 on the clock. Belli driving inside. Layup is no good. And every time Hills gets the ball offensively, they just aren't scoring.
Yeah, and tough start for Hills, but look, they got to lock in on defense and do what they can on this end of the floor, and just the offense will come eventually. We've seen it. They're a great offensive team, so.
Woolley driving. Layup is in. 48 seconds remaining, 15-5.
I think Coach Carson needs to call a timeout right now. Hills looks a little rattled.
Brett Wood to Ademi. Back to Wood. Now it's Belli. Sanfilippo. Out to Belli. Thacker. That's a travel called. But Hills players just seem to be slipping on that side of the floor and just something's going wrong offensively.
Very rough early start, Dylan. You're right. I mean, everyone on Ramapo is playing pretty well on offense right now, and you know, it's just the five guys that the cohesive unit for them, and Casey Hunt's making tough shots like that. There's not much you can do.
13 seconds remaining. The score 15-5. Ramapo in a huge lead, up by 10 now. Really driving, calls on the travel. 4 seconds remaining.
Well, you're not close to 5 seconds, so Hills can probably get a shot off here if they work quick.
Yeah, but can they make it? Casey Hunt has something else to say. Takes a three, can't nail it. Almost goes down though, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Ramapo up by 10 points, a 15-5 lead. And you know, to be completely honest, Hills looks a little bit rattled. You know, they haven't faced this sort of competition this entire time in the bracket. I wouldn't be surprised if facing a close game like this, they come out a little bit startled. They've been used to taking an early lead, and, well, now they're down.
Right, so the tables have flipped a little bit. The script just flipped. So with Ramapo, you got Hunt knocking down tough shots. He's their best offensive player. Then you got to worry about the big guy in the middle, Quinn. Then you have guys like Pernetti and Fronrich and Woolley, guys who can also play very well on the offensive end and all capable of knocking down shots. Hills hasn't faced an offensive team of this caliber up to this point, and they look rattled on both ends, actually. They haven't been able to lock in on defense either, so they got to be patient and let the game sort of come to them and let the game flow a little bit more. But you're right, Dylan, down 10 right now, not looking good.
You know, the really only offensive threat that they've truly faced has been Owen Roberts on Thursday, which was pretty much a one-man team, but Ramapo has shown that they're a five-man team. They are consistent, and they came here to play. If Hills can't lift themselves up to their standards, they might just, Ramapo might just take this game away.
You're right.
Sanfilippo to Belli. Out to Sanfilippo. Now to Thacker. Now it's Belli for three. Can't knock down the shot. Now it's KC Hunt to start Ramapo's drive.
Run your offense. Patience.
Driving inside. Pass out to KC Hunt. Takes the layup, draws the contact, and one.
Casey Hunt doing everything right now for Ramapo. I mean, the Raiders are lucky that this guy's on his game. He's their best offensive player, and he's showing it right now.
Well, he's not just on his game, he's on fire. Nobody on this Wayne Hills team has so far been able to stop him.
He's doing everything, too. Hitting threes, driving to the inside.
KC Hunt's shot is good. He's 1 for 1 on the day.
So Hill's going to have to get someone on, to match up with him and do the best job that they can to really try and contain him here for the rest of this game.
We'll score 18-5. Ramapo taking an even bigger lead. Now it's Belli. Up to Thacker. Bad pass to Wood that goes straight out of bounds. Hills just needs to look for the open man. They need to be able to lock down those shots. And, Wood has been on his shot. He showed that earlier this game. Maybe you start dishing it out to him. He can knock some stuff down.
Yeah, you're going to need someone to step up on the offensive end and on the defensive end, too. So
Sanfilippo with some aggressive defense there. Now Woolley out to Quinn. Inside. Layup is no good. Rebounded by Wood. Belli to Wood. Wood driving. Pass to Thacker. Hits Quinn as it goes out. Hills will get the ball back. 6 minutes, 37 seconds remaining. Ramapo up 18-5. Hills has not scored a single point in what I'd say is the past 5 minutes, and they're going to take it away again. Another foul drawn. Push-off foul on Jason Sanfilippo. That'll send Max Pernetti for Ramapo to the line. First shot is good. One more shot and makes it a 15-point lead for Ramapo. Second shot is good. The score 20-5 with 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Ramapo with a 15-point lead. Coach Karchis calls a timeout, and what has happened to Hills?
I mean, a nightmare start. You hear the Ramapo student section behind us. They know they're rattled. Hills, they just looked a bit off. Like, they're running an offense right now where it's a drive and hit offense, where they're working the ball around the perimeter. A guy's driving in, trying to create, but the Ramapo defense is collapsing, and they're doing such an excellent job of stopping Belli from getting to the middle. Because when Belli gets to the middle, that's when things happen with this offense. So Ramapo just came out to play, and Hills just looks a little bit sluggish, so they got to pick it up.
But even when Belli gets to the middle, even when he's got a shot, he's been missing pretty much the entire game. What's going on with Belli? And, I mean, Belli with the tempo setter, I mean, if Belli can't get anything going, it looks like nobody else can get anything going.
I mean, yeah, pretty much with this Hills offense, we're seeing what we're used to seeing. Constantly getting to the glass. However, we just can't put up the points.
Well, we'll see if Hills fixed anything in that one time out there. Hopefully they will. 6 minutes, 28 seconds on the clock. Belli to start out. Up to Sanfilippo. Now to Wood. Taken away. Wood's able to get to it by the looks of it. Wood gets thrown down, but Hills will get the ball back. Substitution, Michael Joyce coming in. Brett Wood checking out. You know, that might be a good substitution to take. Michael Joyce can apply even more pressure to the inside, really open up those threes. Thacker to Ademi. Now Sanfilippo. Now to Belli. 5 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. Belli inside. Bad pass is taken away. And another drive where Hills cannot score anything. KC Hunt outside, open for a three. Can't nail it. Rebounded by Jason Sanfilippo.
Hills lucky that Hunt wasn't able to knock down that shot.
Belli inside. Layup is good. Finally put some more points on the board. The scoreline 20-7. 5 minutes, 12 seconds remaining, but Hills still has a big lead to overcome.
And that bucket by Belli kind of breaks the tension. So now let's see if Hills can build off that and start mounting a comeback.
And inside, Thacker looks like got a hand on it. JP Lemchek looking to check in. Inside to Ademi. Up for two and good. The score now 20-9. Hills is slowly closing that gap. Vonich inside. Layup is no good. Taken away by Ademi.
Joe, he cut him off!
There's the foul.
Cut him off, Joe!
KC Hunt arguing with the ref. JP Lemchek checking in for Pulas Thacker.
Joe, he cut him off!
Sanfilippo to Belli. 4 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. The score 20-9. Belli with the three is no good.
Not the best shot by Belli there, especially when you're trying to get back into a game like that, trying to look for something more inside.
KC Hunt to Quinn. To Woolley. Inside. Layup is blocked by Michael Joyce. Jason Sanfilippo is able to take the ball away. Now Quinn's on the inside for defense. Joyce with the three. Can't knock it down. Ademi's got it. Belli opens for three. He can't knock it down either. There's the foul. That'll send Michael Joyce to the line. 3 minutes, 49 seconds remaining.
And that's exactly why Carthage has Joyce in the game. Never got an offensive rebound as well, but Joyce never would, he's always wanting to put his body on the line, and
first shot is good.
so he's always willing to put his body on the line. I mean, he's got the mental toughness and the physical toughness. We always say it. Every time he makes a nice play, he's got the football mentality. Great job getting an offensive rebound and keeping the possession alive for the Patriots.
Second shot is no good. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Brett Wood checking back in for Jason Sanfilippo. The score now 20-10. Only a 10-point lead for Ramapo. Belli dives for it. He's able to steal it away. Can he get the layup? He cannot, but he will be going to the line for two. And that's the way to take back the game. Just force him to the line.
And, after the Belli floater in the lane, the tension did break, and now Hills is starting to mount a comeback. They're really starting to figure out Ramapo's defense, and then Belli with a big steal, and, these two free throws should close the gap to 8.
Belli's first shot is clean and in. Bronsich checking back in. Chris Valvano, number 3 for Ramapo, checking out. Belli's second shot is good. He's 2 for 2 on the day. 3 minutes, 33 seconds remaining. Ramapo up 20-12. Only an 8-point lead. Belli gets the tip there. KC Hunt inside, draws the foul, no and one. Three minutes, 19 seconds remaining. Inside, shot is no good. Recovered by Quinn. Also can't put it up. Still puts it up. He can't do it. You're 7 foot and you can't make a layup. He was right under the basket, couldn't put that up. Belli's layup doesn't go in either. 3 minutes remaining. The score 20-12. Francis to Woolley. KC Hunt inside. Belli almost gets another steal there. Foul called. And JP Lemchek got his hand on the shot there. Don't know if there was really any contact there, but the refs probably saw something, but Woolley will be sent to the line. And just like that.
So they originally called it in the act of shooting, which would have gone to free throws, but now they're going to say he was doing a pass or just. So no free throws for Ramapo.
KC Hunt. That's a Hroncic. 2 minutes, 35 seconds remaining.
No force.
Hroncic to Woolley. Inside pass, layup is good. 22-12, 2 minutes, 22 seconds remaining.
It's a really good cut by Pernetti to come off the screen and roll to the inside, and then nice finish at the rim, too.
Belli driving against Quinn. Quinn with the denial. And that's where the height difference really comes into play. I mean, Quinn, 7-foot monster inside on defense. Michael Joyce to Lemchek. Looking for a pass. Out to Ademi to Wood. Now to Belli. Now to Joyce. Shot for two. No good. A little bit further, it would have gone in. A minute 40 on the clock. Ramapo's lead only by 10. Pulos Acker looking to check in. KC Hunt to Quinn. Back to KC. Shot for two is good.
Quinn's made a couple nice passes out of the post, so we're seeing his all-around game. He's got nice floor division out of the post, so it's a good trade for a big guy.
Wood to Lemchek. Trying to drive inside. Now out to Wood for three. No good. Lemchek rebounds. Out to Joyce for three. Also no good. Ademi still gets the layup. Now Wood for three again. Finally nails it. 24-15. 52 seconds remaining.
Huge shot by Wood, and now the crowd is back into it.
KC Hunt. Out to Hroncic. Out to Woolley. 38 seconds remaining. Now up to Quinn. Joyce with, that was Lemchek, but man, did he get a sweet denial there.
They're going to say he probably got a piece of the wrist, but I mean, JP, great job to get up and block a 7-footer. Showing off the athleticism.
First shot is good.
Max.
JP Lemchek checking out. Pulos Acker checking back in. Sean Clapp also checking in, number 13 for Ramapo. Max Pernetti will be coming out. Ramapo gets the ball back.
Easy, Kyle, easy. I got him, Joseph.
Coach was calling timeout left, right, and center, and finally gets the timeout they wanted to call. 25 seconds remaining. So now with the timeout, the score is 25-15. Ramapo still has a 10-point lead. But what can Hills do here? Really, realistically, what can Hills do here?
So you got 25.6, and if you're Ramapo, you want to obviously hope for the last shot. Now, you want to get it in the hands of Hunt because, you have your playmaker in Frondrich, but for this, you want your scorer to have the ball, and you kind of want to isolate him a little bit, get him in a one-on-one set so he can drive and make plays happen. So I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to get it to Hunt and look for him to do something with 25 seconds left.
And of course, the Hills Ramapo fans just at each other's throats pretty much the entire game. I will admit, though, during the game, we heard a lot more from Ramapo than from Hills, but I think that's only because they're in the current lead. That's just with the ball. KC Hunt.
There they go. They get it into his hands.
Ball rolls out of bounds. That'll go to Hills.
It's a great job by Hills. Not letting anything happen at the end of half, and now they have a chance to cut this lead.
Yeah, with 3 seconds remaining, they need to get down fast. That last shot is no good. And that'll be the half. Ramapo up 25-15. And realistically, Ramapo's had a dominant string so far, but allowed Hills to come back towards the start of the second half, but since then have pretty much held strong.
Hey, I mean, so Ramapo up 20-5, and now they cut the lead to 10. So they are on a little bit of a run. They're on a 10-5 run, and what Hills needs to do, I think, in the second half is just settle in a little bit more. In the beginning of the game, they looked so rushed and panicked and just rattled. They got to settle in, do what they usually do on offense, and hey, look, Dylan, we know that if Hills gets hot from 3, this game could turn around in an instant if they start knocking down shots from the outside. Hills could flip the strip, and they could take the 10-point lead if they really did hot. But Ramapo's been doing a good job. They got their playmakers. They know what they're doing on offense. They run a lot of cuts off screens, and they're really doing a good job executing. And it shows they're up by 10 on the road.
Well, here's the question then: who do you feature in your offense? If you're looking to make threes from the outside, who do you go to? I mean, Brentwood's been on fire recently with some really good threes, but on the opposite side, you have Jason Sanfilippo and Jake Belli, the 2 guys who are really supposed to make threes for your team, but, some would argue maybe within the past couple of games, their sort of contributions to the team have sort of gone down, not in as much as point scoring, but more in that it's transferring from point scoring to assisting. So how can you get those guys to start coming back as of right now?
I'd say try and have someone that isn't Jake Belli feeding the ball to everyone so that players like Jake Belli and Jason Sanfilippo can end up getting the ball on the outside and nail some threes down, because this Wayne Hills team is known for those 2 guys nailing down threes.
So then who would you feature? Who is that guy that you would say needs to switch out as that tempo setter guy for Belli so that, maybe you can start rolling around more outside and, maybe become more in that playmaker style?
I could potentially say it could be maybe Pula Stacker feeding it out to everyone, because seeing his 3 shots, not been the greatest so far this game, though he had an incredible 3 shots last game. Today, he might have just lost a little bit of it. Brentwood still has it from that game on Thursday, so I wouldn't put him in the middle yet. I would have to put in Pula Stacker.
I don't know. Aaron, what do you think?
So, in the second half, Dylan, to get, the guys we talked about, my guy that I wanted to highlight in the pregame was Jason Sanfilippo. You touched on it too. What Hills needs to do, I think, is kind of okay, so in the past 2 games, against Pascack Valley and then against White Morrow, they settled in more and looked for guys, who had the hot hand, like Brett Wood. So what I think they need to do is have one guy in the locker room who they think can get hot, and they need to look to feed him the ball. They need to have Nebi and Pulas set screens. He needs to come off screens, cut to the basket, give him the ball. I mean, do whatever you can to get one guy going, and then everyone else needs to feed off him. And then, you know, once they do that, everyone gets into a flow, and then they can really make this a ball game.
Well, all right. We're going to take a quick short break. We will be right back at the beginning of the second half. All right, and welcome back to the Gifford Gymnasium. So Hills, to start the game, is down 25-15. Not a lot of scoring in the first half, and I mean, Hills has looked pretty off. But coming into the second half, you know, we're hoping that they're going to get back into this game. How do you think they can get that started, Aaron?
So right before we went to break, I said, you know, one of these guys on Wayne Hills needs to be a leader. And the guy I'm going to pinpoint, you know, I talked about Jason Sanfilippo, but I actually changed my mind in those 6-7 minutes. I think the guy that needs to get hot right now and be a leader on the floor is Jake Belli, and that's what he's done all year long. Now down 10, I think he needs to step up, and you know, you're not going to make every shot, but I think he needs to be a little bit more aggressive going to the rim. Now you have a 7-foot shot blocker in the middle, so it might be a little bit intimidating, but we've seen Belli go at bitter dives before, so if he can get to the line, get some momentum on Hill's side, and fire up his teammates, and the guys feed off of him, I mean, Hills can definitely make the run back into this game.
And I mean, you said it might get intimidating, but we've already played 2 quarters of this basketball game. Hills is now beginning to get used to this Ramapo team. And one thing they aren't used to has been this low scoring. Last game against Dwight Moore, they had 50 points in the first half. Now they only have 15.
Now it's KC Hunt. That's Orren. Woolley driving. Tipped by Ademi, but still goes to Quinn. He knocks it down for 2. Now let's take a look at where Hills' offense is currently standing. Tipped up by Woolley. 7 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. Thacker to Sanfilippo. Now to Thacker. Sanfilippo. You know, they gave Poulos Thacker a lot of space to move there.
Yeah, but good denial by Woolley to deny the pass, so Ramapo looks locked in on defense right now.
Looks like that actually went out on Sanfilippo. Ramapo will be getting the ball back. You know, the one guy I'm going to talk about that I think needs to stand out, Nebi Ademi, one of the key rebounders for this team. If he can really guard Quinn well, they can shut him out. Now it's Woolley. That's a Orren. Over to Woolley. Can't get the shot off. Now Orren. Trying to make a drive. Outside to KC Hunt. He goes down. And that'll be a timeout for Ramapo. 6 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. The score 27-15. And you know, I was starting to go on about it, but I think the guy that really needs to come out and start being a feature is Nebi Ademi. You know, key rebounder for this team. He really showed up against who was it? Pascack Valley, I believe. Yeah, but he showed up there.
Yeah,
he played his heart out. He was the MVP of that game. I think that if he can really get started here, then he can turn his team around.
And going off of that, Dylan, I think that, you know, his game, Nebi's game, is altering shots at the rim, getting rebounds, and running the floor. And those are 3 things that are going to be limited when you got a 7-foot kid in this game. So I think Nebi's just got to really play his heart out for the rest of the game and try and amp up his teammates here.
Brett Wood comes out. Michael Joyce checking in. Drive by KC Hunt goes in. He's up for 2. The score now 29-15. We're getting yet again another pretty big gap. Belli keeps it inside. Pass out to Jason Sanfilippo. Really playing some hard defense. Out to Sanfilippo for 3. Can't knock it down. Roncic called on the foul.
Yeah, clearly see. Sanfuko was trying to get his own miss and got shoved out of the way. So good call by the ref there.
And yet again, these two teams just still at each other's throats.
Hills needs any boost of energy they can right now. Anything that they can get as a spark, they need it right now.
Belli gets away from Woolley. Layup is blocked. Ademi takes it back. Low pass to Belli. Shoots for two and in. 29-17. 5 minutes, 35 seconds remaining.
And right there, Dylan, Nebby getting on the floor. I mean, it's like he heard us. He gets on the floor, keeps the possession alive, and then Belli knocks it down. And let's go. Hills needs to build off this.
Woolley outside. Now to Hroncic. Back to Woolley inside. It's just Ramapo spreading out the Hills defense. Woolley to KC Hunt. Driving forward. Sets it up to Quinn, who dunks it down! Yet again, that height difference coming into play. He can just wait and wait and wait, and eventually he'll get something. Belli driving to Thacker. Can't get it up, but Ademi gets it over Quinn. Joyce driving, tipped away, over to KC Hunt. Pass to Hroncic. 4 minutes, 37 seconds remaining. That will be called. Four minutes, 35 seconds remaining. Ramapo up 31-17. Out to Hroncic. Ademi with a block. But Ramapo gets it back anyway. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. The score still 31-17. Ramapo still in the lead. KC Hunt. Back out to Hroncic. Now to Woolley. Ramapo just taking more and more time off the clock. Now it's Quinn inside. Layup for two is good. No travel called. 3 minutes, 56 seconds remaining. You know, with time running out, Hills' window is closing. Belli for three is in! He nails it! Timeout called. 3 minutes, 46 seconds remaining. 33-20. That three will probably be the thing that keeps Hills in this game.
Yeah. Belli with a signature move, crossover, creating space, and then able to knock it down. So now a 13-point lead for Ramapo, but, you know, now look, they're getting it inside to Quinn now. And that is the thing that Wayne Hills wanted to avoid this entire game, because when you get it down there, he's got three options. He can either go up, power it up, lay it in, or dunk it. He can pass out of the post, which he's a very good passer out of the post as well, and you got guys who know where to cut. Or he could hold on to it and just, you know, he could go to work down there anytime he wants. So, I mean, if you're Hills, now the offense looks a little bit rejuvenated, but now you got to stop Poe and especially Quinn on the other end, and there's just so many guys to worry about on this offense for Ramapo. It's going to be tough, but Hills needs to lock in right now.
Well, a 13-point lead for Ramapo. It's going to prove difficult, but we'll see what they can do. Hroncic inside. Pass goes out. Foul called. Hills will be taking this ball away. Now it's Belli. Driving inside. Bad pass. 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. KC Hunt tipped by Ademi there, but looks like Ramapo will be getting the ball back. Good play by Ademi there to shut down KC Hunt's layup. That could have really put a dent in the lead they're trying to bring back. Half-court violation against KC Hunt.
That's a mistake that Hills needs to capitalize on, Dylan. They don't even want to run here to end the third so they can get the momentum coming into the fourth.
Thacker to Sanfilippo. Woolley playing some really hard defense on Belli. There's the foul yet again on Woolley. Two minutes, 58 seconds remaining, and I mean, Belli. Inside. Layup is no good. Tipped away by Ademi. Contact. Foul drawn.
And there's Nebi again pulling down another offensive rebound, Dylan. I mean, he's really putting in the effort now, keeping possessions alive for the Patriots.
There's the play yet again. Didn't work this time. We saw that plenty of times versus Dwight Morrow. 2 minutes, 38 seconds remaining.
Maybe Nebi should have came down with that one, Dylan. He was a little too far from the bucket, so comes down with that one, powers it up. You probably got 2 points.
Rogers just wasting time. KC Hunt. 2 minutes, 26 seconds. The score 33-20. Still a 13-point lead. Hunt's layup is no good. Rebounded by Thacker. Now it's Belli on the drive. Foul is drawn. That's against Roncic. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. You know, this is probably not the thing that Ramapo wants to do in the slightest. They're stopping the clock. Thacker to Belli. Belli for three. No good. It's short. 2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. And Hills just needs to start knocking down these shots, or, well, frankly, at this point, it's a 13-point lead for Ramapo. That window is going back to closing very fast. Minute 58. Hills needs to close this gap, stop their offense from moving before the end of the third quarter. Layup is good for Ramapo, but makes the score 35-20. Another 15-point lead for Ramapo. Hills needs to close this gap before the fourth quarter.
Hoping for a momentum-shifting play.
Ademi inside, layup for two is good. And that's the benefit to having Ademi inside this game. Sorry for cutting you off, Luca, but Quinn inside, blocked by Joyce. Gets the ball away. A minute 2 on the clock.
There's Joyce getting a piece of it, but then a foul called. I mean, he's so big that, you know, you get a piece of him, and they're gonna call it pretty easily. But they've done a pretty good job of denying him at the rim on a couple occasions.
Quinn's first shot is good.
Let's go, man.
Let's see how his second shot works out. Second shot is good too. .56 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Hill's window still already closing as if every second counts, but although it is the third quarter with such a wide lead, Belli driving. Still contains the ball. Three shot is no good. Thacker puts it up for two. 37-24, 30 seconds remaining. Hills needs to continue scoring points.
Yeah, you're right. And they need to stop right here, Dylan. They need to stop Ramapo on this possession.
Well, if they don't, they make that fourth quarter even harder.
Yep.
KC Hunt, pass out to Woolley.
Now they're going to pull it out and hold for the final one. Got
Most
7
likely.
left.
7 seconds. KC Hunt for three. No good. Rebounded by Quinn. Joyce takes it away. Did not go up before the whistle. We're moving into the fourth quarter with Ramapo up 37-24. Was not able to significantly close that gap and makes that fourth quarter even harder for Hills.
Hills, their only hope is getting a playoff that can just shift this momentum, have them keep continuing to get drives down the court and putting up points. They keep driving down this court, but they just can't get enough points in to prevent this Ramapo lead.
Well, look, let's be frank here. Hills has 8 minutes. They have 8 minutes to make something happen. If they can't close that gap in 6, I'm saying right now, with 2 minutes and a gap like that, if Ramapo plays good enough defense and continues that gap to remain the way it is, it's frankly going to be over.
Hey, well, you know what? As good as Ramapo is, and the fact that they're down 13, Hills might have to play the best defense they played all year right now. They really have to get a string of stops and scores to get themselves back into this game. They need consecutively stop, score, stop, score, stop, score. And they gotta, they gotta play tough. They gotta play fast. They gotta play hard. I mean, now's the time. You got 8 minutes left. Otherwise, your season's over. So this is all it. This is it. They gotta leave everything on the line in these final 8 minutes.
Well, the fourth quarter, this is where legends are made. Red Sox, Yankees, Celtics, Lakers, Patriots, Jets, Ramapo and Wayne Hills. Michael Joyce draws the foul, but these are the final couple of minutes. And for Hills, they could be their final for most of these seniors.
Yeah, you're right, Dylan. I mean, Nebby's going to leave it out on the line. The rest of the seniors are going to leave it all out on the line. So, I mean, you can count on them. You need other guys to step up right now. Especially Joyce with these 2 free throws. You need them.
First shot is good. Second shot is also good. He's 3 for 4 in the day.
Big free throws by Joyce. Now you got to build. Like I've been saying, Dylan, they got to build out these scores, and they got to string some stops together right now.
KC Hunt inside. Layup is no good, but Quinn still gets it. Gets the and one. He will go to the line. That's exactly what you don't want for Hills.
I mean, there's no way to stop that. There's no way to stop Quinn from going up and grabbing the rebound and tipping it back up and in. I mean,
shot is good. Makes the score 40-26. Ramapo still in the lead by a wide margin. Joyce to Thacker. Hills really needs to start playing hard here. Thacker inside. Layup for 2 is good. 17 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. 40-28.
They inside. It right into Twin. Probably going to look to get him the ball multiple times. Let him go to work and try and close this game out.
Well, that's why you need Thacker right in front of him. Travel. 7 minutes remaining, already a minute down. If they can make a 2, they'll make it a 10-point game. If they can get a 3, make it a 9. But either way, Hill needs to do something here. Joyce to Sanfilippo. Shot for 2 is good. 10-point game with 6 minutes, 42 seconds remaining. Hills needs to keep scoring. Fully on the outside.
How are they not going to get Quinn for just shoving Joyce out of the way? I don't understand that.
Driving inside. Now to KC Hunt. Can't get the shot off. Woolley takes it away. Inside. Layup is no good.
Got to get the rebound.
And that's Quinn with the rebound. They need to get up there and prevent him from doing that.
I mean, it's just Quinn. His height just allows him to reach up and grab it, so someone's got to box him out.
Shot is no good.
Not a just shot by Poulos. A corner 3, I mean.
Get it over, Kyle! Get it over!
Ronchitz to Woolley. Back to Ronchitz. Now it's Woolley. Casey Hunt just wasting more time. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 42-30, Ramapo in the lead. With each second that's taken off, Hills' window closes. Bella goes down, inside for Fernati. He sets it up, 44-30. That gap is just getting wider. Hills needs to play. Draws the foul. And Hills just needs to keep this going. They need to keep drawing these fouls.
Yeah, but again, on the defensive end, they've not been able to stop Ramapo pretty much the entire game, except for a little stretch where, you know, they got multiple stops in a row. But Ramapo's offense has been operating like a well-oiled machine the entire game.
Bella shot is no good. We'll see on his second. 5 minutes, 1 second remaining.
And, you know, Ramapo's student section's been heckling Bella all game, so.
Second shot is no good. Bella has not been able to knock down many shots.
Yeah, I mean,
so far.
What's out of his element right now? Missing 2 free throws, that's so uncharacteristic for Bella, so.
Woolley driving forward. Fernati inside for 2. Lays it up. Clean it in. Michael Joyce. 4 minutes, 38 seconds remaining.
Hey, they gotta make something happen right now. And I'm not kidding. Like right now on this possession, they need a huge shot from someone.
Michael Joyce driving. 2-point shot is good.
What's he got left?
Timeout called. And I mean, you look at the score, it is a 14-point game.
I mean, Dylan, it's going to be the toughest 4 minutes and 27 seconds that the Patriots have played all season. Listen, they need, right now, they need to play flawless basketball. And that's not even a metaphor or an understatement or anything. They need to play flawless. They need stops. They need scores. They need guys to step up and hit big shots. It all needs to culminate right now if they want to extend their season past this afternoon. So they got to play flawless coming out of this timeout. So we'll see if they can do that.
Well, we're in crunch time now. I mean, Hills usually does have a history of being able to come back in the fourth quarter, but we'll see if that can transfer over tonight.
Right.
I mean, this is, realistically, you and me both agree, and I'm pretty sure, Luca, you do as well, this is Hills' last shot.
Yep.
They can't convert here, it's over.
Crunch
That
time.
window closed.
Agree. Completely agree with you. And you see the effect of Ramapo's defense. I mean, where's the red-hot Wayne Hills Patriots three-point shooting? It's disappeared to this Ramapo defense.
Laczko gets in front of a lot of Hills players. There's the foul. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Timeout called, and 46-32. Silent over on Hills' side. I mean, I don't really know what to say. We could be witnessing the end of Hills' miraculous season. I mean,
yep, unless they get something going right here. I mean, it's all gonna come crashing down now. But hey, I mean, they got 4 minutes, 20 seconds. That is a ton of time to make something happen. So let's go. They gotta make something happen right now.
JP Lemchick and Brett Wood both checking in. Wood with the foul. Four minutes, 18 seconds remaining.
With this 4 minutes and 18 seconds left, the window might be closed, but the door is still cracked.
Number 11, can I touch your nose?
Joyce gets a block. Also draws the contact. That'll send Fernati to the line.
I'm going to be honest.
And Coach Tarsic upset because, he wants more communication on the defensive end, and they let a guy cut right down the middle, and Joyce got antsy and jumped over his back and fouled him as he missed the first free throw. But Coach Tarsic just wants his guys to lay it out all on the line right now. I mean, he needs more communication on defense. He needs more execution on offense. So
Bernatti's second shot goes in.
Jordan, here.
Belli out to Wood. Now to Joyce. Shot for two. No good. Rebounded by KC Hunt. That's just Hunt just wasting time, which is exactly what he needs to do. And that's our Hancic. KC Hunt out to Quinn. Quinn's layup for two is good. 3 minutes, 36 seconds. The score 49-32. Joyce's layup is good. It could be too little too late. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Woolley to Bernatti and back to Woolley. KC Hunt inside. Draws the foul. 3 minutes, 19 seconds. We could be witnessing the last couple of seconds that we ever see this Hills team together again. KC Hunt's first shot is good. Makes the score 50-34.
I dropped David.
Second shot is good, 51-34. And the sad part is we can't even really say that this was a close game like last time. But this was pretty much almost the entire game, just a blowout. But Brett Wood, shot for three is no good. Foul is drawn. But 51-34 with only 3 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. But can you even really say that this was much of a close game? Can you even really say that this was much of a close game?
Hey, I mean, down 10 at halftime, you could have said that Hills had a fighting chance, but I mean, the lead that Ramapo jumped out to, you're right. I mean, it's made it feel like they've had a 20-point lead the entire game, so.
Jason Sanfilippo and Kulov Thacker check back in.
You get an offensive rebound off a free throw. That is a killer to the team who was trying to come back.
And Quinn inside, layup for two is good. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think Hills has run out of time, Dylan. Just not enough time to.
Yeah, and especially after that, they needed those 2 points bad, but at this point, not a lot of time left and a huge gap. Could very well be over.
And you give credit to Ramapo for the great execution. And this kid, KC Hunt, he's out of day. I mean, leading scorer. I mean, this kid came out to play, and he was really the kid who got it all started for Ramapo. I mean, early on in the game, he hit a few tough shots, and he's really the guy who the catalyst for this offense. Everything goes through him. So, got to give credit to him and the Raiders for their really good execution this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. As much as I hate criticizing these guys, trust me, all these guys are great. Absolutely, but some of them just completely off their game. You hate to say it, you hate to see it, but it's the sad truth that we live in. Francis just wasting even more time. 2 minutes, 18 seconds.
Yep. Now Ramapo going to look to kill as much time as they can off this clock.
Push-off foul called. 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining, and I'm just going to say it. With this amount of time, with this big of a gap, I think we can officially call it over, possibly.
Hey, I mean, it's an extremely tough thing to say, but I mean, for these seniors, I mean, you know, all the hard work and dedication that they put in, you know, I mean, it can't culminate in a state championship, or a sectional title rather, but you know, what an incredible run by this team, and we'll talk about it closer to the end of the game. But I mean, with this team coming in to this season with a new coach and a new starting five, we've talked about it a million times, Dylan. Expectations were really, really low for this team, and there really were no, you know, expectations to even begin with. But you know, they proved everybody wrong. They finished second in their group behind a very talented Fairlawn team. They made it to their second straight sectional semifinal, made it to the county semifinal. As JP checks out and he gets a nice hand.
Belli with the ball. 3 shot is no good. Swatted out of bounds by Belli.
But again, I mean, this team, nothing to be ashamed of. They should not hang their head at all.
Demi coming out. Now Pula Stacker coming out. You can see the emotion on Jason Sanfilippo's face. Belli, Joyce, almost everybody on this team.
Hey, I might tear up. This is, man, I mean, you look at the kids, the seniors on this Wayne Hills team. Nebby, Jake, Jason, and Pulast, all 4 of those guys dedicated their summers, you know, their summers to working out, their falls, everything. I mean, these guys put in so much work. They put in so much effort over the 4 years that they played here. And JP, too. I mean, you got to give every single senior on this team so much credit for what they've done for this program. And Belli is going to be the last one to check out, but I mean, it's just so tough to watch these guys playing the final minutes of their career.
And you know, Belli is one of the guys that, I mean, everybody knows. Of course, everybody remembers Joey Belli, his older brother, who was the leader for the team for pretty much ever since he was on there, of course, followed by Jake Belli. I mean, that combo was amazing to watch.
Yep.
I mean, watching those two work together, it was great, but now it's finally time. Jake Belli coming off his last senior game for Hills. Great competitor. Even better guy. Minute 20 left. Michael Joyce. Shot for 2 is good.
Hey, you know what? You're down 20, but that's your point guard next year, Mike Joyce. And he's had a pretty solid game. So last minute 30, Joyce has got something to prove here. He's got to say, hey, you know what? We're losing a bunch of seniors, but I'm going to be a senior next year, and I'm going to have the ball handling duties. It's my team now. I mean, he's got something to prove in these last 50 seconds. So
and hey, not only that, but Brett Wood as well.
Yeah,
you know,
Carter Lewis, all these guys on the floor. These are probably going to be the 5 starters for next year's team. So you look at it as garbage time, but these guys are going to be your Wayne Hills Patriots next year. So
49 seconds left. The last 49 seconds of this Hills team for the season. Very passionate Hills crowd. Ain't gonna repeat what they said, but Very passionate indeed. "47 seconds. Michael Joyce inside. Layup for 2 is good.
Hey, Joyce is putting in work right now. He's making the most of these, these final minutes, and he got minutes on this year's team. We saw it. He put in a ton of effort, and he's going to be the primary ball handler next year. So he's played well tonight.
And hey, did you see Carter Lewis on the follow-up? He got all the way to the rim. 20 seconds. "13 seconds. Time just running out. 8, 7, 6, 5, and now everybody's knowledge the game is over. So Ramapo will be moving on to the sectional final, and Hills' season ends here. Very passionate game, very tough game. We knew that coming into this matchup, Ramapo was a very tough team to beat. And they came here to play, and frankly, they dominated.
Hey, and let's talk about a guy. We knew this moment was going to come when we looked at the stats and we said, "Oh, this kid's averaging 19 points," and we knew we were going to be talking about Casey Hunt. He showed up to play in the different gymnasium in front of a ton of fans for both sides. I mean, he had an excellent game today and was really the main factor of this Ramapo offense. Did everything you could ask from your leading scorer, rebounded, scored, hit threes. I mean, he made plays for teammates. That is the guy that you want leading your team to the sectional final.
Yeah, and for me as well, this was also my last game calling basketball, so you two will be taking over next season.
You've done a great job.
Of course, wishing both of you luck in the future as well as the rest of this organization. The seniors this year, they played excellently. Brand new team with barely any expectations comes out, makes it all the way to the sectional semifinals. You can't get more prouder than that of your team.
I mean, you saw it, the faces on everyone, Coach Tarsich, all the parents, everyone is super, super proud of what this team coming into this season with limited expectations was able to accomplish. They played amazing basketball at some point in the season. They had their lows as well, but I mean, to make it this far is absolutely incredible from the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Hey, you know what? They fought all the way from the top down, and for the final time for Wayne Hills basketball, my name is Orren King, joined alongside Aaron Hook and Luca Yanuzzi, signing off for now, and have a good day.